Hey guys, welcome to another video. Arleesha here. Today, as promised, we're going to be doing a quick sketchbook tour through this sketchbook that I completed. This was a 1-week sketchbook challenge that I did with Lisa over at the YouTube channel SketchScarlet. She and I decided that we wanted to challenge each other, if you haven't seen my previous video, and to complete a sketchbook in 1 week. So I made 2 sketchbooks, sent one to her. We picked a theme, which was humans and flora, so people and plants, and we build a sketchbook based on that theme. This first set of pages here you will probably recognize from the first video I did in this series where I talked about our theme and what we were going to be doing. It also was the beginning of my realizing that I might not like this paper very much, but we'll talk about that a little bit more very soon. This series of pages is probably my favorite, the one on the right here. I wanted to play more with my sketching pencils with the graphite and use that to render more and then just have watercolors as sort of a background effect. And this is probably the most finished thing in the sketchbook, that I really like it, and it was really fun working on this concept, and I think it turned out pretty close to what I had in my mind, which makes me really happy. This was kind of my test for this paper. The first page that you're seeing here on the left was actually on the back of the paper, which turned out to be more vibrant than this one here, which was on the front of the paper. It was actually so weird how the paper sized and how muddy my colors were getting that I didn't even finish this one technically. I decided to just leave it the way it was. And yeah, this paper is really affordable. This is the B watercolor paper. It came in these 6x9 sheets. But I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm super fond of it. This here was a little gouache experiment that I did in my last video, and it was fun. It was fun to kind of test out this idea of using more anatomy. I really like the pose, especially in the sketch phase, and it's a concept I'd like to explore more again in the future. These 2 sets of pages here, I was planning to actually paint both of them, but I liked how they looked so much with just the pencil lines that I decided to leave these as they were. I especially like these mushrooms. I decided I should actually probably draw some flowers from reference instead of just kind of making them up and having them be slightly floral-esque blobs and, and actually draw some plants. So I had this idea here of a bunch of hands with mushrooms kind of growing on them. Again, this is kind of what happened with the sketchbook. It made this transition into, these are ideas that I would like to explore in more finished pieces in the future. And that's how I feel about this one too. I would really like to come back to this idea and look at it more again. As we got close to the end of the sketchbook, I finally, in the last couple pages, decided what I wanted to do in terms of sketching out an idea and just using light single washes to kind of get my ideas out and get the basic colors down. And I really like that. It's funny, I wish I had thought of it towards the beginning of the sketchbook, and then maybe it would have been more cohesive overall. But I am really happy about this experiment and the sketchbook as a whole. It was really fun to kind of get back into sketching concepts and ideas, and this girl has plant boogers kind of coming out of her nose apparently, but it was really fun to kind of get back into the swing of just experimenting with ideas in my sketchbook. Not necessarily because they need to be finished pieces, but just because I wanted to try new things. And I don't always do that with my sketchbook. I usually already have an idea, and my sketchbook is just where I need to go quickly to figure out how to make that idea into a finished piece. So it was nice just working on these without them needing to be completely finished or completely perfect. It was really fun. So guys, you should definitely check out SketchScarlet's video, and I'm excited to see her sketchbook as well, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye!